What draws people to visit Florida are the main attractions located in cities like Orlando, home of Disney World, or Tampa, attractions such as Busch Gardens. Because of this, tourists are missing hidden gems that I found while visiting Wakulla County. Wakulla County is located in the northern part of Florida, which can be considered Tallahassee, and is a part of the Big Bend region. When I first arrived in Wakulla, I could tell that it was packed with history, and I could not wait to explore it. Although Wakulla is full of historical places, such as the Wakulla Springs, where the film Tarzan was created, and many other attractions, what stood out to me the most was St. Mark's and its historic lighthouse. Even though I could not gain access to the lighthouse, I was still able to enjoy all the history surrounding it. St. Mark's is a town in Wakulla that, according to U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, was considered an important port of entry since the 1820s. Berg G. Vanderhills, a southeastern geographer, states that even Spanish missionaries frequented the area. This is because St. Mark's was viewed as the gateway to an abundant planting region found in the center of Florida and other areas located in South Georgia. Upon the agricultural products arrival to St. Mark's, they were shipped to St. Augustine and New Orleans. Even though business was booming, boats were struggling to navigate through St. Mark's shallow rivers. The shallowness of these rivers would cause boats to get caught in the mud. Despite this being an issue, nothing could be done because St. Mark's was not considered an official port of entry. The Senate Committee of Commerce in 1828 created a report that recognized St. Mark's as an official port. With this recognition, it was recommended that a lighthouse be built. So the U.S. House of Representatives passed an act that approved the building of the lighthouse and allocated $6,000 for its construction. Excited about the possibility of having a lighthouse built, a survey of the entire St. Mark's area was conducted, and it was determined that more funds were needed. The budget was then increased to $14,000. This jump-started the process and led to the hiring of Winslow Lewis, a contractor who charged $11,765. However, Jesse H. Williams, who was a collector of customs, rejected Lewis's design because it was built with hollow walls. Williams bought on another contractor, Calvin Knowlton, and approved his model. This marks the first successful lighthouse to be built in St. Mark's. Unfortunately, the tower decayed due to erosion and is now underwater. There was a new tower built in 1842, reinforced with double walls. After 18 years of standing strong, the lighthouse was in jeopardy during the Civil War. To protect the value of St. Mark's, area Confederate troops in 1865 removed all sources of light from the lighthouse to ensure that Union ships would not be aided. Despite the efforts of Confederates, the Union has still invaded. St. Mark's Refuge explains a federal fleet of 16 ships appeared off the coast and began to shell the vicinity of the lighthouse in preparation for landing a force. Fearing that the Union would be able to use the lighthouse to their advantage, Confederate soldiers attempted to blow it up, only left an 8-inch hole. As this unfolded, a platoon of colored troops tried to invade the lighthouse a second time. Confederate soldiers were able to fight them off. Because of this, Tallahassee is the only southern capital east of the Mississippi that was not captured by Union forces. If you are in search of a place that is beautiful and has an overwhelming sense of history, then Wakulla, and more specifically St. Mark's, is the spot for you. This is because more and more people are discovering Wakulla, which can take away from its significance. Florida politics states Wakulla County has long been one of Florida's quieter areas, ranking 50th in the population of the 67 counties. But the wave of growth that has washed over the rest of the state has been tossing its swells up on Wakulla, as well as pushing the number of residents from 10,000 in 1980 to an estimated 32,000 last year. This is significant because the number of those visiting a historical place like the St. Mark's Lighthouse increase. There is a chance that it can be disturbed and destroyed along with all of its history.